Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 2 PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Crypt Blacksword, and this is a weapon that is very powerful. Now, getting started with the weapon, it requires 40 strength and 10 dexterity to wield, along with 12 intelligence and 12 faith. It has a C scaling in strength, a D in dexterity, and an A in dark. The physical base damage of this weapon is 370, the dark base is 130, and for me the attack rating with this weapon is 752 with a ring of blades. The counter strength of the weapon is 130, poise damage is 60 per hit, and the weight is 24 units. Now, as you can see, I am using a dark infused version of this weapon, so that changes your scalings. It brings both of your strength and dexterity scalings down to Ds, and it brings your dark scaling up to an S. So that means this thing is kind of scary. The physical base damage also drops down to 266, and the dark base goes up to 218. And this weapon, when infused with dark, for me, has an attack rating of 804. Definitely something you don't want to get hit by, ever. Now, this weapon, without a doubt, the biggest pro is its damage. I mean, let's be honest, its attack rating is 804. What's that mean for the weapon itself when you're actually hitting someone? Well, it kind of hurts a lot. Jumping attacks especially, I've hit over 1,000 damage on a jumping attack with this thing, and if I was to buff this on top of infusing it, it would be scary. It would be a giant purple popsicle of death, and that's not something I want to deal with ever. So, the biggest pro of the weapon is, of course, the damage, as I said. Other pros would be the fact that it's really easy to actually run people down with this weapon, and that's just because of the fact that its moveset is really good for that sort of thing. In addition to that, and on the topic of the moveset, we do have its combos. You can do some decent two-hit guaranteed combos, just regular, R1, R1 when both one-handed or two-handed. You can actually do a two-handed R1 and do a two-handed R2. Follow that up with a jumping attack. The jumping attacks with this weapon are really a big source of your damage output, and they catch a lot of people off guard. So that's something you really want to work on mixing in if you're using this weapon, and I found it to be very helpful myself. The biggest con of the weapon, I would say, would probably be the fact that it's so heavy. I mean, 24 units of weight is kind of a ton, and as such, not many builds can handle that easily. Other cons of the weapon, I would say that the stamina drain is definitely a con. The swing speed is a con, making it, relatively easy to dodge just because it's slow, and that's not really a good thing. I mean, it's an ultra great sword, so that does make sense. It's got a couple of great X movesets, so again, that does make sense. But still, it is slow, and, sometimes you'll end up trading hits when you don't really want to. So these things happen. Not the end of the world. On the other hand, trading hits with someone whose weapon does less damage really does work out in your favor, and in general, katana users don't seem to catch on to the whole trading hits thing not working all the time. But that's a conversation for another time. Anyway, this is actually the last fight in the video. I hope you guys found this one helpful in one way or another. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will see you all next time.